Hey, this your boy J Ray back with another video, back with another live stream. And today is Tech Tuesday. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm your host, Sub-Zero J Ray. This is a day that I take time to talk about what's going on in tech, what's up in the world of tech, anything from video games, computers, cell phones, anything that has to do with technology, home automation, etc., etc. I started off earlier. For some reason, my iPhone don't want to stream to YouTube. I don't understand that. Maybe it's something with Google. I don't know. But I wanted to say first off to the residents in Houston and all those affected by Hurricane Harvey, and also to those of y'all that are getting prepared for Hurricane Irma. If you're able to get out, please by all means evacuate. Possessions and stuff can be replaced, but people can't. So please grab your dogs, your cats, your kids, your wife, your loved ones, and try to get out if you're able to. We are praying for you all, and I just pray that everything's going good for y'all. So, with that being said, how are y'all? How is everything going? Thank you so much for joining. We greatly appreciate it. If you haven't seen this channel, if you're just seeing this channel for the first time, please hit that like button, pound that subscribe button, because it helps me to grow as a new YouTuber, and I greatly appreciate that. Hold on a minute, guys. I'm sorry for that. I had to plug my phone in. I'm streaming tonight. I was trying to use this phone to stream to YouTube. Apparently, like I said, Google didn't like it, so it didn't want me to go live with it or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm using my Nexus 6, which is working just fine, by the way. So let's get this party started. So today is Destiny Day. I'm waiting. They're releasing the game at 10 o'clock tonight, my time. I have to be at work at 5, 6 in the morning, which is kind of frustrating. I wish I would have released it at 9. You sent me an email, GameStop, talking about, we're going to release it at 9, but y'all didn't. Bungie said, no, we're going to do 10, and I think that's really crappy. I think you should have released it at 9. That would have given me a chance to come home, download all the patches and stuff like that for the game, and you didn't give me that chance. So now I got to debate whether I want to leave here at about 9 something and go and get the game and then come home and just have it sitting here, or if I want to leave work tomorrow a little early and come and get the game. Because it doesn't make sense to me to be that way, I really would have appreciated if you would have given me the game at 9. That way I'd be able to do all that stuff. But potatoes, that's just small stuff. Recent news that I just read was that the Red Sox was using the Apple Watch to cheat in the game because they were getting the pitcher signals in real time. So the guy knew, hey, he's going to throw this or he's going to throw that, blah, 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 and they could coordinate and strategize. That's crazy. I don't know how they're doing it on an Apple Watch. I didn't know you could do that with an Apple Watch, but they're going to be banning smartwatches from the MLB, probably. I mean, like I said, that's crazy. Crazy. I would not have ever expected them to do that. Other news, a lot of the bigger YouTubers, a lot bigger than me, have released their reviews for the Samsung Galaxy S8, and for the most part, they are really good. I think one of the things that concerns me about that is you have not heard anybody talk about the storage, the onboard storage, how much actual storage there is on the phone with the software and everything being on there. Do you truly get 64 gigs, or are you getting half of that, or not even half that. You know, with the software uh, what is it? Samsung UI or Life UI or Essence UI or whatever it is that Samsung's calling their stuff. But other than that, battery life is really, really good. Of course, it's got an S Pen. If you need the S Pen, that's really, really good. That's really good to have if you're using that. You know, and a lot of people, you know, like to fall into one camp or the other. But I kind of feel like if you're using that and you like it, I mean, I don't mind saying it. I think the Galaxy Note 8 is a good looking phone. I really, really do. Now, me personally, would I switch to a Samsung device? Well, I like what John Rettinger said on Techno Buffalo. Go and check out his channel, Techno Buffalo on YouTube.com. When he said that, you know, in Samsung Galaxy S3, S4, S5, and prior Samsungs before the Note 7, Samsung was always known to lag, and not just lag a little bit. Like a few months after having the phone, you could see the software speed just slow down. And he said so far he's been using the Samsung Galaxy S8 for over 6 months, almost 7 months, I'm sure. And he said there's absolutely no lag in the phone whatsoever. And so I was like, well, that's pretty cool, you know, the fact that there's no lag. And Samsung's making some really, really smart moves. Samsung's getting their ecosystem going. Also, Samsung's co-chairman of Samsung Corporation since Chairman Lee, I can't remember his last name, but got arrested on bribery charges and convicted and has to serve 5 years in South Korean prison for bribery. You know, it's the same thing that got their ex-president impeached and kicked out of office. So the chairperson of Samsung was like, well, you know, now it's like a ship with no captain. And I'm sorry that when you hear somebody say that, you know, being in this corporation is like having a ship with no captain, that really doesn't instill confidence. It doesn't instill confidence in your leadership. You know, as an employee, I have no confidence in my leadership when my leadership says that. And I really don't have confidence in your products. Me and the wife went to a store. I'm not going to name the store or nothing like that, for obvious reasons, because, you know, the people who work there are really, really cool, and I'm just adjusting this. There we go. Let's see. There we go. But the people in the store were really, really cool. We found the over-the-range microwave. We got that. And I was asking, I said, you know, out of all the products here, what gives you the most trouble? Because I was looking at some LG stuff, and I was thinking, well, you know, we got an LG TV, and the LG TV is working great. And the gentleman said, out of everything we got, I'm not going to say it gives us the most problems, but Samsung, you know, they're not paying their repair people. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know, but they're just having a hard time getting stuff repaired and finding technicians to work on their equipment. If it's true, that's bad customer service, but I understand that, you know, with Samsung being in transition, and maybe they don't have the right technical people. Maybe they're not paying the technical people enough. Maybe there's a revolt or something like that within the company. I don't really know, but, you know, when he said that, I was just like, wow, you know. And honestly, it didn't surprise me because of the fact with the Galaxy Note 7 and everything. Samsung's getting their stuff together. They're getting this stuff right, as far as where it counts in advertising and stuff like that. But it's the customer service aspect and the quality aspect, I think, that kind of gives them fits, especially after the Note 7. The Note 7 with the battery exploding really hurt them. Really hurt them a lot. So much so that they took caution building the Note 8, and I completely understand that. And don't think that I'm just bashing Samsung just to bash Samsung. That's not the case. But moved on, I seen another YouTuber who was talking about favorite Android phone of 2015, and the one that he kept going back to was the OnePlus 5, the OP5, which I was like, wow, because that's a near stock experience. And if I were to switch over and use Android full time, if I knew I could be able to get updates and stuff like that, I would lean for a stock experience. The HTC U11, the OnePlus 5, the Google Pixel. Those are probably my three that I would look at really heavy. Speaking of Google Pixel, I haven't really seen anything or read anything. Most of the design that they're showing, besides the fact that it's coming out with an 836 processor, Snapdragon Qualcomm processor, which I wouldn't expect nothing less. And the fact that it's going to have the squeezable sides, like the HTC U11, which I kind of feel like Google should have come up with their own thing. It's going to have pretty much the same design as last year's Google Pixel 2, which is not horrible. Ooh, that hurts. Which is not horrible, but at the same time, I would have liked to have seen them go all glass back. I really would have. I would have liked to have seen them move to an all glass back. The other thing, I don't know if y'all have seen, but the Sony has released a Bluetooth speaker, and it looks eerily similar to the new Apple AirPod that's coming out, or Air speaker, or Siri speaker, or whatever. Nobody's really gotten to know. Speaking of Apple event will be September 12th, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to catch that live, because that's going to be that's going to be a really different event. I mean, there's going to be a lot of new products, and a lot of the rumors are pointing to that we are really going to be blown away by these products. I just don't know how blown away I'll be to spend $1,000 on a phone. Obviously, if I like it, my thing is why work and not have nothing to show for your work. But at the same time, I don't want to spend a grip and be like, oh well, what'd you get for $1,000? Well, I got a phone. I don't know. So I'm kind of caught in that conundrum of, okay, do I want to spend this amount of money, or do I not want to spend this amount of money? But it depends too if I can trade in mine and my wife's 6S Plus, or what kind of financing I guess I could get from Apple themselves if I drove down to Dallas and said, hey, look, I want to finance 2 phones. Oh sure, that'll be $60 a month, or something like that, for the next, I don't know, century, or whatever. Which, I mean, yeah, man, guys, I hate these things. I don't know if y'all get them. They're little bitty water blisters, and they get on my nerves, man. because like I'll be scratching or something and they itch, and then it's like, daggum, you know. But anyway, uh, so it's it just depends on what I want to do, what I feel like doing. And again, now, and here's my beef. Like, okay, like with Samsung, Samsung has an awesome smartwatch. Their smartwatch is really, really nice. That Gear S3 Frontier, oh, that's a nice watch. I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I like it. I like it a lot. I like the way it looks. I like the functionality of it. I especially like Samsung Pay. The fact that it don't matter where I'm at, I can say bleep, and it reads, and I go on about my day, which I think is just flipping awesome. Uh, so that's a plus. I'm trying to think what else is there. Um, the little in ear headphones, the Gear Icons. I think those are really cool. And the fact that it offers 4 gigs of onboard storage. It's got all your health stuff and stuff like that. I mean that's cool. I'm not gonna lie. So I guess that's kind of my thing, that as to where I'm at, and it kind of ticks me off because Lenovo, who owns Motorola, turned around and made the Z series their flagship, but the Moto X, which I liked, which had a ton of customized, that was truly customizable with your own colors. You could pick everything and stuff like that. I'm disappointed that Lenovo don't do that anymore. Okay, you can get a mod. All right, that's cool, but I mean, I think what I'm disappointed with most about Lenovo is the fact that the Moto 360 was a very, very, very good-looking smartwatch when it came out. I met a guy in town who had one. Of course, I had the Apple Watch, and he had the Motorola 360. Man, that watch, that is still a good-looking watch. Still, that watch, to me, is just cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like my Apple Watch, but man, that Moto 360, the design on it looked really, really good. And Lenovo just has not come out with the Moto 363. They quit selling the Moto 360 Generation 2. Why would you do that? Why would you quit selling a very good-looking smartwatch, that could upgrade to Android Wear 2.0? Why would you do that? And on the Gen 3, if y'all do come out with the Gen 3, put a speaker on it. Put a speaker on it where I can take calls, make calls, and talk right there in front of the watch. Put LTE on it. Put NFC on it. And Bluetooth 5.0. And put a really nice battery. The 46 millimeter was what I was looking at. I thought it was awesome. Thought it was a great device, beautiful phone, and it just, it's like they said, okay, you know what, we're just not going to do it. And I really wish that Lenovo would have kept that product around and kept that product going. It would have been really cool to me, because a lot of the Android Wear smartwatches out there, the only other one that I even think looks good is the Fossil Q series. But the Fossil Q series misses things, has things missing that that I use, like the heart rate monitor, the speaker. I don't know if all of them have a speaker on it, and stuff like that. So it's I just wish that Android would stick to one thing and really work on that one thing and keep it going. Hey, thanks for the thumbs up. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. But I wish that, you know, Motorola and Samsung, not just Motorola and Samsung, not just Lenovo, not just, you know, but I just Android in general. Yo, what's up, Tana? How you doing, man? Pray everything's good with you. Tana, the bad boy of tech. Y'all know what's up. Go and check out his channel on youtube.com. Tana Does Tech. But I don't know. If I were to switch to Android, like I said, I would be looking for a stock Android experience. But there's just so much out there. There's so much out there that I'm not... I don't know how I feel about it because, you know, with all the new tech coming out, it seems like, yeah, no problem. Yeah. Just a little. But it seems like that, you know, like you see it in the news. Something comes up with Android, just like the store, the Google Play Store, and they were like, okay, we're going to purge all these apps. And this is the official Play Store. And then there's another news article that says, okay, well, we found 500 more apps. It really makes me apprehensive to use your Play Store. If you cannot protect your customers, if you cannot keep your customers safe from malware, from, you know, malicious software and stuff like that, it really kind of makes me leery to use your product, you know, and I guess that's what I'm hoping for. I guess that's what I'm hoping for with iOS 11, that it's such a big departure from what Apple normally does, that it's like a breath of fresh air, and it's like, oh, wow, you mean I can do this, and this, and I can do this, and I can do that. And I know that my stuff's pretty much secure, you know. That's what I'm praying for anyway, is that it is one of those, situations where it's a brand new software. There's so much in there, you know, that it's going to take a little while to learn every nook and cranny and everything there is to know in iOS 11. Whereas Google Oreo, if I had to compare iOS 11 and Google Oreo seems like an incremental upgrade. And everybody jumped on Apple for, oh man, y'all didn't do nothing. Oh, that's just a little bitty upgrade. It ain't nothing big. You know, y'all ain't doing nothing. Apple's gonna be, this is the end of Apple because Apple didn't send us a big update. Their phone looks like the last 3 phones that were coming out. You know, they ain't doing nothing. They're going away. And then we see Android Oreo, and it's like, is that it? What? What? You know, so I'm not sure, and I realize that my Google Nexus 6 is 3 years old, going on 4 years. I would have loved to have seen Google upgrade my device to Android Oreo. It would have been nice. It would have been nice. It would have been beneficial. So that way I'd be able to play around with it. And I know. I can flash it. I can flash it or put a ROM on my phone or whatever. That's one of the great things about Android. But it should come naturally. I shouldn't have to do that, you know. And I wish Google supported their devices for the long term, you know. That's kind of how I feel about Samsung. It's this planned obsolescence. It's this, okay, we're planning this technology to be obsolete in 3 years. And Samsung's like, oh yeah, we'll support it. And then, after that year, when it gets close to the new flagship, the old flagship's hardly getting any kind of love. The old flagship's not really getting a whole lot. And I don't understand that. Why would you not do that for your flagship? And I don't know why my camera's going crazy, but it did. It changed color. Look at that. Really? Come on. Ooh, sorry about that. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, that stings. But, it's just, and, that's one of the things. And then Nokia come out with a new phone, which is getting good reviews. It's like all these phone companies are coming out with stuff, but I still don't know where I fit in as a consumer in the Android ecosystem. I don't know. I know I want stock Android. I know I want updates, fast updates, secure updates. And I know I want to be able to trust the store that I'm going to, and I feel like that I'm not getting that stuff. I feel like that I'm not getting that stuff with Android. I hardly download any apps on my Nexus 6 because of that. Because what apps? Okay, you purged a bunch of apps last time. You had to purge 500 more. How do I know for a fact that your app is secure? Yeah, exactly. And you make a good point. Tina. Everybody with Android, you do get exactly what you want, and not everything out there works for everybody else. But my thing is though, is that if there's suspicious apps in your store, if there's malware in your store, if there's if you're unsure about the apps that you're downloading, how can I trust this company that says they're there, that they're purging this stuff? You did a purge here a while back. Now you're coming back and you're having to do another purge. So in my mind, that's telling me that you're not securing your store. Your store is like the Wild Wild West. Android has been secure for years. iPhones have gotten hacked and exploded also. No. Without a doubt. I mean, tech is not foolproof. Pardon me. But tech's not foolproof. Nothing's foolproof. But that being said, how many times have you heard about Microsoft's App Store or Apple's App Store having malicious apps in it that they had to purge the store? That's what I'm saying. From a consumer point of view, I understand that there are certain things in Google that you can, Google has a way of making sure, hey, this is a secure app or whatever. But still, Microsoft's, I don't know, Nadia Satal, man, or Nadia, or however you say his name, man. They still say they're coming out with a Windows Surface phone. I'm like, you didn't even support the one you had. I'm sorry, bro. How can I trust you as a consumer? And you didn't even support what you got. Hey, Forbes. Guys, if y'all get a chance, go and check out Tana Does Tech and Forbes Tech Review on YouTube.com. Two great streamers. You'll really, really enjoy them. They talk about tech news and everything. It's really, really awesome. But my thing is, as a consumer, if I read about, okay, you had to purge your store last year, and then in the news I got it, well, beware, You might have downloaded a rogue app or something from the Google Play Store. It's not really going to instill a lot of confidence in your user base. That and the fact that you're not supporting your phones, your official phones, your Google Pixel devices, Nexus devices. You're only supporting them for up to 3 years, and then you're kind of forced to get another phone. Now, that being said, I like Android. I do. I like the customization. I like the fact of the things that I can do with Android, the tech that is on Android. Android had really good cameras and features before. Hey, Albert. Android had really good cameras and features before a lot of other corporations did. Case in point, it's how can I say this? Android had wireless charging before anybody else, right? Android was doing split screen before anybody else. Samsung was throwing a whole bunch of stuff in their TouchWiz before anybody else, with the quick toggles, with stuff like that. Android had quick charging before anybody else did. Android, had it to where you could hook it up to a computer and you were just able to drag and drop files and music into it. Where at the time, Apple 3G, Apple 3GS, Apple 4, Apple 4S, even Apple 5, I believe it was. You always had to plug it up to a computer and sync it with iTunes and download all your stuff. It was kind of cumbersome. Secure, yes, but in the end, it was kind of cumbersome also. So, it's not that, people are against one or the other. Oh, really? Turns heads when you pull it out your pocket? Forbes, are you talking about the Essential phone? And see, that's the thing, just like with the Essential phone. Okay, the Essential phone cost $800, I believe it, maybe more than that. The build quality is excellent on it, runs pure video Android, but I've seen some of the camera side-by-sides and comparisons, and the camera doesn't really compare to like the Samsung Galaxy S8 or the iPhone 7. But this being Essential's very first phone, I can't say that it is something that I would want to I don't know, put down right away, because of the fact that it is their first phone. This is a new company. It's their new first phone. And I gotta say, for a brand new company to put out that quality of a phone, regardless of bad camera, good camera, whatever, that is an accomplishment. It really, really is. That is a testament to his team that they were able to put out a phone that looks that good. Would I like it to be a little bit bigger? Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind. But that's okay. Again, it runs stock Android. It's got a great hardware build. The fingerprint sensor is, guys, able to be reached. A lot easier to be reached than what's on the Galaxy Note 8, which I still don't understand why they put it by the camera. That makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. I don't know why they did that. But, it's just going to take time. It's just going to take time. I got to see what everything's coming out. I got to see what the iPhone 8 is going to be, what it's going to be, and stuff like that. Yo, Holiday, what's up, man? What's up? Thank you so much for joining. But I really got to see what is out there as far as what's coming up with the next Android device with the new iterations of Android. You know, there may have been some stuff that Google didn't announce at Google I/O that was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's wow, you know. I don't know, but I'm also ready to see what's going to be coming up with Apple's new OS 11. What's coming up with the new software tweaks and stuff like that that's going to be coming out. So it's a really, really exciting time. As all you know, Destiny 2 is coming out today. And I've been watching some of the gameplay, and I'm definitely jealous because I want to play. I want to play, Bungie. You should have let me play right when the game came out. You should have, man. I mean, everybody else is getting to play. I want my code. I want to play, but I digress. That's another situation altogether. You know, Apple is announcing the new iPhone September 12th. So that's going to be. Let me look at my Magic Calendar. That is going to be next Tuesday, a week from today. So that's when we were looking at Apple making all the big announcements. Yo, what's up? Phone Tech at Work. Guys, if y'all get a chance, everybody that's in chat, subscribe to these guys. Tina Does Tech, Phone Tech at Work, Holiday Evolution, Forbes Tech Review. These guys are awesome. Really, really awesome group of guys. But September 12th is when we're gonna see the new iPhone, the new HomePods, the new iOS software, what they're gonna be. Oh yeah, already Phone Tech. You know this. But you know, it's there's going to be so many products launched from Apple that it's going to be mind blowing. Watch Series 3. That's going to be something to be looking forward to. You know, like I said, the HomePods. Oh man, the software, iPad, Siri. We get to see if Siri is going to be more new and improved. You know. Let's see. Still haven't seen a LG V30 commercial. I know, man. You would think LG would be pushing the fire out of that phone because that's not a bad phone. That is not a bad phone whatsoever. I know a lot of people knock LG. If LG can support it and keep their customer support really, really good and keep their customers happy, you'll have word of mouth will get out there and people will start snatching that V30 up like it's hotcakes, you know. LG did everything right in my opinion on the V30. I mean, there, you know, it's I don't know, man. It's LG's one of those danged if you do, danged if you don't type companies because it's like, okay, the G6, like a lot of people like the G6, but the back glass on the camera broke real easy. So, you know, does it do the same with the V30? You know, I haven't seen any of the drop tests or anything like that on the V30 just yet, but I mean, hopefully it's sturdier than the G6. LG's world famous promo at work. Yep. Man, LG, I mean, I got an LG TV. I like the LG TV. I think LG makes good products. I think the V30 deserves to be looked at by everybody. But if they're not spending any money on advertising, then it doesn't do no good. Because you got the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 that just dropped, and Samsung is dropping a ton of advertising for the S8 series. Not just the Note. I'm talking the S8, the S8 Plus, and the Note. They're dropping a ton of advertising. And LG's just like, yo, we're over here. Here we are, man. Come and check out our phone. But you're not advertising. Apple, when Apple drops the new hotness, it's going to be all over the place. Every TV, every YouTube, every movie, every crap, man. Mailbox. You go out to your mailbox and there'll probably be an ad for Apple in there. That's crazy. Crazy. You know. But I want to know, and here's a question for the chat. For you guys that have the Galaxy Note 8, for some of you that have it, have you noticed, like, okay, if it says 64 gigs of internal storage, are you getting that 64 gigs of internal storage, or is it only a quarter or half of what the onboard storage is? That I'm kind of wondering about, because if that's the case, to me, that's false advertising. If you're advertising that I'm getting 64 gigs of onboard storage, I expect that to be 64 gigs of usable onboard storage. Your OS should not have to take up over half of the storage that I have on there, because you're only offering 64 gigs. You know, 5 years ago, 64 gigs would have been like, whoa. Now, 64 gigs, man, people burn that up in apps, you know. LG S8 Plus Plus. You go the knockoff route. Hey, we got this LG Plus Plus here. Hey, just saying. LG S8 Plus. Yeah. Or they should do the LG S8 plus S9, which is 17. Hey, we got the LG S8 plus S9 equals 17 phone over here. Oh, okay. Let me read that. Okay, I agree, Jay, but this question is for every phone made, even iPhones. I bought a few. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, you know, and it just comes down to, are we the consumers really getting what we paid for? You know, we're in the era of $1,000 phone. You know, Samsung's is $900 and something dollars, well, after tax and everything. That's it. Let's see. Tina says, for some reason, companies don't count the phone software. That's irritating. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's extremely irritating. That's what I'm saying. You know, if you pay for 128 gigs of onboard storage, I should expect to get 128 gigs of onboard storage. Total system storage may be 150 gigs or whatever, but I expect a usable onboard 130 gigs of storage. You know, let's see, you don't get the true gigs like they promised because of bloatware. They need to add more gigs to the phone for just the bloatware. But I don't think it's the bloatware. Okay, if I go to iOS, like, let me go to my settings. So if you get your iPhone, if you have an iPhone, and you go to settings, and you go to general, and you go to about, and then I want to go to, what am I looking for? Capacity. Capacity is 60 point something gigs. Available 14.41 gigs is what I got. Let's see. Where is? I'm trying to find out how much these software takes up. Let's see. Software update. Nope. iCloud storage and usage. Okay. Let's go to manage storage. And let's see. Let's look in here and see what we got. Okay. it's not. Why is it not going to show me that? Really? Let's see. Alright, let me try this again. Manage storage. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Nope. Huh. I wonder why it don't show me that. That's odd. Let's see. Oh, that's iCloud. Okay. I don't know why it don't show me that. It should be able to show me that. Huh. That's weird. Because I was trying to look up and see how much storage I had left, or how much storage my phone was taking up, and it don't do that. Let's see. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying to miss your comments. Let's see. I feel sorry for the iPhone users because they don't have expandable memory. Not really, man. Not really, Holiday, because even though I don't have expandable memory on my iPhone, I do have the iCloud, and I'm able to sync all of my photos, all of my music, everything, without really having to eat up any internal storage at all. The only reason my storage is even being taken up is from apps. I mean, that's it. Apps. But, like, for my music and stuff, I use iTunes Match. So I can stream any album in my iTunes library through the cloud, through the internet. And I don't have to take up space on my phone by downloading music onto my phone. It just stays in the cloud. Same with photos. Anytime I take a photo on my phone, it don't store on my phone. It's in the cloud. Should be in the cloud. So I don't have to worry about that. Apps, notes, stuff like that. That's the stuff that takes up space on my phone. But I'm thinking I got the 128 gig version phone. Is what I'm thinking. But still, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether it's Android, whether it's iOS, whether it's Microsoft, whatever. If you're advertising me that I'm getting 128 gigabytes of onboard storage, I expect 120 gigabytes of usable onboard storage. If I want to use all 128 gigs, I should be able to do that. I should. Why not? I'm paying for it. You want me to pay $700, $800, $900, $1,000, $1,200 for your phone. For your phone. You're going to advertise that I'm going to get 64 gigs of onboard storage and you only give me half? Come on, man. Let's see. Oh, when your wife had iPhone, she kept having to delete stuff because of the storage issue, and you almost kicked her out for having an iPhone. I understand that if you're not using the iCloud, if you're not using iPhotos, if you're not using music streaming, if you're not streaming music to your phone, using iTunes Match or anything like that, yeah, the iPhone is not going to be for you. I'm sorry. If you're trying to keep a lot of stuff on your phone, but you're trying to be, you're trying to save some money, you're not really going to want to go iPhone, because of the fact that if you're not using iTunes Match, if you're not using the family music service from iTunes, if you're not using the iCloud storage, you're gonna run out of space really, really fast on the iPhone. Now you can stream music, like Spotify, Pandora, Google Play, stuff like that. You can get those apps in the iTunes store, and that to me, a lot of times, like, I don't know how you guys do it, but I know for me, when I'm in the car and I hear a song that's playing, then I'll tell Siri, hey, what's the name of that song? And she'll come on and she'll listen to the song. She'll give me the name of the song. I'll pull it up and then I download it to whatever playlist I want. You know, I don't have to download the song. I just download it to the playlist in the cloud. And then I can stream that song and listen to it all day long. I got several albums of music that I've downloaded from using iTunes Match and Apple's music streaming music service. That it's just so easy that I get an entire complete album on my phone, and I'm not paying $9, $10, whatever. I pay a set amount a month for this service, and I get to stream my stuff. Now, you can do the same thing on Google Play. And Samsung's Milk service, I don't know if they're still doing that. But Spotify, I'm thinking you're able to download the whole album, you know, as far as putting it in a playlist. You're able to do that. And I mean, that to me is a big help. You know, as an iPhone user, that's a big help, so I don't have a lot of storage on my phone, because there's no sense in me paying for 2 streaming services when I just use Apple. I mean, you know, I can use Google Play Music if I was going that route. I mean, I can take everything that I have in iTunes and say, okay, I want to subscribe to Google Music, and I'm going to create playlists just like I have in here, and I'm going to transfer everything over. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I mean, it's not going to be bad. It's not going to be hard. You know, photos, same way. If I got a bunch of photos on my phone, I download Google Photos, transfer everything, upload everything to Google Photos, and then that's it. Use the switch to Android app or whatever, download Google and import all my contacts over to Google and be done with it. You know, then I would have to go into iMessage, turn off iMessage on the phone, then get online and go to my iCloud account online, pull it up, go to iMessage, and delete my number from iMessage, and I'm done. I could be straight over to Android within a matter of minutes, and have most of the stuff that I use or that I used on Apple on Android. But seeing as to how I prefer seeing as to how I prefer Apple a lot more, that's probably not going to happen. Let's see. Do you think the cloud services are enough? I mean, I know some are unlimited. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Do you think the cloud services are enough? I mean, I know some are unlimited, but I don't like to download my stuff from the cloud. I think the cloud services are really, really good. I know if you get a Pixel device with Google Photos, you get unlimited storage. You get unlimited storage for as long as you want, you know. And I actually like the fact that I can stream any song that I want from the cloud, and it's not taking up any space, you know. That it's just a music service. It's not that you're paying, you know, a monthly fee or whatever to upload this stuff. Like Google, I think, allows you to upload like 20,000 songs to Google. And like I said, if you use a Pixel device, you get unlimited photo storage uploads. So all your photos are in the cloud and not taking up space on your phone. And then you're just basically streaming stuff to your phone. iTunes Match. Everything that I have in my laptop that's in my library on my Mac, I have access to my phone. I can stream it to my phone. The same like I have several songs on here that are in the cloud. Let me see, library, playlist, music. Now, I'll show y'all this. I don't know if you can see it, but see the little clouds right there? that's beside the music. There we go. The little clouds right there. That's in the cloud. I have not downloaded that to the phone. You know, there's some in here that are downloaded to my phone, but not all of them. You know, like a majority of these. See, and when I want to download it, I just press it and I'm able to download it. Same with these. I got different playlists for different stuff. Let's see. Like here, that's in the cloud. So I don't have to worry about downloading it to my phone, you know, if I don't want it downloaded. I mean, so that's fine. You know, that I'm able to stream everything and say, I got it. I'm not really taking up any space on my phone whatsoever. You know, same with the photos. My photos, I'm able to access from any Apple device in my house, from my Apple TVs to my laptop to my wife's iPad, because we share it. So I mean, any photos we're able to access, you know, from anywhere, and it's not taking up space on our phone. I mean, so cloud services, yeah, I think cloud services are good because it frees up. Now, yeah, on some services you're going to pay a monthly fee, like Google Play Music or whatever. Let's see. I'm using the Note 5 and it doesn't have expandable memory. It's a great phone, but I miss the SD card slot. When I got the S7 Edge, I was happy that I could use my SD card. Yeah, man. I mean, and that's a good thing about Samsung, is that you're able to use the SD card slot. But, you know, not every phone's going to have an SD card slot, right? So if you go to Google Play Music and look at what they're offering, and Google Play says, okay, we're going to charge you $9 a month or $10 a month for a family plan or whatever, and you can stream and download as much music as you want. To me, that's a win-win. I can go on my phone, open up Apple Music, type in any artist, and just, hey, I want to add that to my playlist, you know. Yeah, man. I mean, that's the way to go. To me, it's the yeah, Google Play Music, exactly. And the cloud services are really, really good. You know, like you said, there's probably photos that are uploaded in your Google, on your Google Photos album, that you're like, oh man, I forgot about that. But you don't have to worry about it. You know, I have photos of myself from when I was a kid that if something happens to them, I'm not ever going to have them. You know, I will not have those photos ever again. We have wedding photos of us that are not loaded digitally. You know, we have our wedding, our taped VHS tape wedding that we have not converted over to DVD and, you know, saved it into the computer or anything. You know, but everything else from then on, from the iPhone 3G on, I have a picture in here of anything and everything that we've ever done. If anything ever happens, I do have photos of us from when we were younger, what we've done, what we did, where we've been, stuff like that. And that would be one of the things, like if me and my wife switched over to Google, to Android, I would definitely be using the Google Photo storage. I would definitely be using the music streaming service, Play Music. I would definitely be doing that. I mean, it wouldn't bother me at all. But like I said, some of the things that bother me is, of course, hardware support. Hardware support is a big one for me, especially, you know, getting timely updates and stuff like that. And then the other thing that matters to me is having a really great Android watch, Android Wear watch. And I just don't see that. Let's see. No, I have not. I have not seen that pic that you sent me. I'm actually fixing to get on PlayStation and check it out, man, because I gotta get my stuff ready for Destiny 2 because that's what I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. Well, guys, it's the top of the hour, and it is 8:14. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I want to give a shout out and thank you to everybody. Thank you, Holiday. Thank you, Ford Tech Review. Thank you, Albert. Thank you, Tana. Thank you, everybody for coming in and watching. I greatly appreciate it. As always, this is your boy Sub-Zero J-Ray. And if you haven't already, please hit that like button, pound that subscribe button. It helps me to grow as a YouTuber. And check me out the rest of the week, except for Friday. In the evenings, I'm going to be streaming the story on Destiny 2. So we're going to try and finish that. I heard it's about 8 or 9 hours long total. So that's what I'm going to be streaming. So be able to come, join in, watch the cinema, watch the cutscenes, stuff like that. I'm not going to be talking during the cutscenes because I really want to hear it and get involved with the story and just keep doing that. So, as always, this is your boy Sub-Zero J-Ray saying peace, have a blessed night, I'm out. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.